to submit data on a fourth shot to the FDA this week. With me now is Dr. Amish Adalja, senior scholar at the Johns Hopkins Center for Health Security. Dr. Adalja, good to see you. Are you concerned about what's going on in Europe?
It's too early to know exactly what the trajectory of Europe is going to be. I think there's multiple factors at play: decreased mitigation measures, maybe some waning of immunity, and then also the BA.2 variant, which seems to be increasing in certain parts of the countries. What needs to be really determined is, are we seeing increased severity of infection? Are we seeing hospitals going into crisis? And I think that's increasingly going to be unlikely because of the level of population immunity, especially to something like Omicron, which is going to give protection against this other variant. And then the availability of antivirals, monoclonal antibodies, all of that's going to hopefully decouple these cases from hospitals in crisis again.
As for a fourth shot, is that something that you're going to expect to recommend?
For high-risk individuals, I think it makes sense to have a fourth dose, people that are immunocompromised, people that are elderly, and Pfizer has asked for FDA approval just for the age 65 and above. I think that makes sense. I don't think that we need a blanket recommendation for everybody to get another booster vaccination, because if we're talking about protection against severe disease, in healthy people, even 2 shots is sufficient to protect you from hospitalization, and 3 shots certainly is. So I think what we need are more nuanced booster recommendations based on where the risk actually lies.
There are a lot of folks out there who are still understandably nervous about COVID. There are a lot of immunocompromised folks as well. Can you talk to me about the effectiveness of one-way masking for those who are still concerned about their own health?
So one-way masking works, and that's especially true if you're using a well-fitted, good mask. So an N95, a KN95, a KF94, one of those that provides a lot of filtration ability. Individuals can wear those masks when they're in high-risk situations, maybe when they're indoors or around people whose status they don't know, and it is going to protect the wearer. That's exactly what we wear in the hospital when we're taking care of, for example, a patient with tuberculosis. I wear an N95 mask, and I'm protected because I'm wearing it, and I know one-way masking works. So I think it's important to remember that that's what we've always done in hospitals, is one-way masking when we're around airborne pathogens. And that same type of rationale applies to one-way masking in the community now that better masks are available to the general public.
So not everybody has to wear a mask. The person who is concerned about themselves can wear a mask and they will get protection even if they want to go to a concert with a bunch of people who aren't masked.
If they're wearing a well-fitting mask, yes, they will get protection. And I think it's important to remember that this is increasingly how this pandemic is going to go. It's going to be about individual risk preferences and individual risk tolerance. And one-way masking is an important tool for people that are immunocompromised.
That is really good to know. Dr. Amish Adalja, thank you so much for joining us today and for putting it all into perspective for us. We appreciate it.